My best friend's GF ruined my food. I don't know how to tell my best friend that I'm pissed with his GF. I, 35M, am a foodie. I've been cooking since I was 10 and I even have a personal cookbook of the recipes I've accumulated over the years. I know my recipes to heart so much so that I often don't need a recipe to cook my dishes. My closest friends and I decided to have dinner and board game night last week, to which my best friend Clark, 34M, volunteered to host. He requested me to cook my spicy Italian sausage pasta and said that I could cook my pasta dish at his house. He even joked that he gets to keep any of the leftovers, which was fine by me. I agreed to this arrangement because his kitchen was equipped for me to cook my dish, and I didn't need to worry about transporting my dish. I arrived at Clark's house a few hours early with my ingredients in tow along with board games from my collection. Yes, I'm a board gamer too. Clark's girlfriend of 4 months, Sasha, 32F, let me in the house. I asked her where Clark was, and she said he was out doing errands and buying snacks and refreshments for later. I proceeded to the kitchen to prepare the ingredients and start cooking. My cooking of the sauce went well. The flavors were balanced to my liking. It had saltiness from the pancetta and the Parmesan rind, sweetness and tartness from the onions and canned and fresh tomatoes, heat from Calabrian chiles, and herbaceous notes from a blend of fresh and dried herbs. After finishing the sauce, I took it off the heat and prepared a pot of water for the pasta. I then set the pot of water over the stove but put it over low heat. I planned to freshen up a little and cook the pasta nearer the serving time. I then went to the guest bathroom to shower and change clothes. After freshening up, I headed back to the kitchen. On my way back, I asked Sasha, who was in the living room, where Clark was. She said that he was on his way and would be back in 20 minutes. She then told me this: "Oh, by the way, I tasted your tomato sauce, and it lacks salt. I saw this video and the chef said that the sauce should be as salty as the sea. Don't worry, I've already fixed your sauce." "You're welcome." I thought she was kidding, so I just responded with, "Thanks, I guess." I was also worried if she oversalted my sauce. I quickly made my way back to the kitchen to taste my sauce. To my horror, my complex, balanced sauce was now as salty as the Dead Sea. I was fuming because my sauce was ruined by, in Gordon Ramsay's words, an idiot sandwich. She definitely misheard the advice from the video because you're supposed to have the pasta water as salty as the sea, not the sauce. I wanted to scold Sasha for ruining my sauce, but I had to fix my sauce first because my friends were bound to arrive in less than an hour. Unfortunately, I don't have the time or the ingredients to make a new sauce. I added a mix of lemon juice and honey, a can of crushed tomatoes, tomato paste, and splashes of water. I minimized the saltiness of the sauce, but the sauce was still off. I was thinking of no longer serving my dish, but my friends were excited about my food, and I didn't want to waste food. I just hoped no one would notice how bad the sauce was. My friends arrived, we all sat at the dinner table, and we all got a portion of each dish. While we were eating, I noticed my friends were pushing my pasta to the sides of their plates. Once everyone was ready for dessert, I offered to help Lexi prepare and serve the desserts. Lexi is also a foodie, but she's a baker and she's excellent at making pastries and desserts. When Lexi and I were alone in the kitchen, she asked me why my pasta was so salty. That's when I told her everything. I then told Lexi that I'd let it go for the meantime, and we should just enjoy the rest of the night. I was doing so well to not show I was bothered, but then Clark, along with Sasha, approached me and said my pasta dish was saltier than he remembered. I wanted to say that his GF ruined my dish, but I decided to allow her to own up for her mistake. So, I told him that I had no idea what went wrong. I mentioned that I properly salted my food, tasted the sauce as I went along, and made it a point to say my pasta water was seawater salty, but that has never affected the saltiness of my pasta dishes. When I said the pasta water thing, I made sure to look at Sasha. She did not say anything. I just ended the conversation by saying I sometimes have my off days. The rest of the night went well. I even won some of the games, which kind of lifted my spirits from the pasta debacle. Before I left Clark's house, I asked him if he was keeping the leftovers. He said he was taking half, so I offered to take home the other half. It's been a week since the pasta incident and I still feel disrespected by what Sasha did. I want to tell my best friend that his GF fucked up my dish, but I don't want to make a big issue over pasta sauce. How would you go about this? I've been reading everyone's comments and I would like to thank everyone for their advice. I generally feel uncomfortable with confrontations, which is why I let it slide and even took the blame. But now I realize that I should stand up for myself more, be more proud of the work I do, and I shouldn't be concerned about sparing Sasha's feelings because, in the first place, she disrespected me. I have to put her in her place. Some of you thought that she either hated me or was jealous of me. I have no idea if she does. In the 4 months, Clark and her have been dating, I've only met her twice or thrice and we didn't even interact much. I'm now even more compelled to tell Clark about what she did because if she's able to disrespect the boundaries of a stranger to her, who knows what boundary she'll cross with a romantic partner. I've messaged Clark to meet up, without Sasha, for lunch tomorrow, and he agreed. I'll probably update everyone after my lunch with Clark number 2 story. My 27F husband, 28M, secretly recorded us and sent it to my ex. I just found out my husband 28M of 2 years secretly recorded us during sex and I'm freaking out. He sent it to my ex that he's always been openly jealous of. I knew he could go a little over the top sometimes, but this honestly is making me insane. I'm not sure what to do, I'm not sure what to say. I found out from logging into his Instagram and seeing their DMs. My ex was angry in the text but blocked my husband right after confronting him. This exchange was around May of last year. I'm really scared and I'm panicking. LMAO. What do I say to my husband? I need to confront him, but I'm just so scared. I can't believe he'd record us without me even realizing. What if he has more on his gallery? I'm so worried, I'm so scared, I don't know what to do. Edit, I've cleared my head a little and I'll be looking for any more evidence I can. My sister has a lawyer that I am in contact with, so I trust things will go accordingly. Thank you for the advice, everyone. Wish me luck.